there is wisdom in delegating the function of training to a judiciary training academy that is a body corporate under the Judicial Service Commission and under the judiciary, to safeguard and to take care of the fears that the body may be independent and therefore averse to the provisions of the Constitution. It is provided within the bill that the Judicial Service Commission shall appoint the board of directors, the chairperson of the board of directors of the academy will be appointed by the JSC. And the assumption is that it will be a commissioner of the JSC. And that the registrar of the academy, who is going to be the accounting officer of the academy, is also going to be an appointee of the JSC. And therefore, to allay any fears of unconstitutionality is to point out the fact that this is a body corporate that is to perform delegated functions of the Judicial Service Commissioner. Mr. Speaker, as I conclude so that...
No, let's hear a point of order from Honorable Mili.
You are not sinner.
This is a very serious debate. Honorable Mili, what's your point?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, is the honorable member in order to imply that the Judicial Service Commission Act can take precedence over the Constitution? Because what he is actually implying, I've listened to him very carefully, and what he's implying is that because the Judicial Service Commission Act provides for delegated powers, therefore this act is not unconstitutional. Yet what Honorable Sunkuli was raising is the fact that Article 172(1)(d) confers that role to the Judicial Service Commission, and that therefore means that if the Judicial Service Commission was delegating, then it should be clearly indicated here. Otherwise, we are running into a possibility of unconstitutionality. Could he just clarify whether a Judicial Service Commission Act now is more supreme to the Constitution?
Honorable Mutuse,
most certainly.
Order Mutuse, I want you to deal with that matter very, very straight, because yes, it's also very straight put.
Most certainly, Mr. Speaker, with tremendous respect to my learned senior, the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. My argument from the beginning was that we need to read the two provisions in harmony. They are facilitative of each other. Let's
hear the point of order from Honorable Sunkuli.
No doubt, Honorable Mutuse is a good, very, very good lawyer. But could he perhaps not mislead us on one aspect? Delegated legislation cannot come through a bill, and that this is not the mode in which the delegated legislation is practiced. Could he perhaps tell us that the Judicial Service Commission, after this bill comes into force, will it still have the powers to delegate to anybody else? Or you will be in conflict with this bill? Because the delegated legislation are regulations which can be changed. How do you reconcile the fact that a bill which is being made by this House is taken as an action of delegation by the Judicial Service Commission?
Mutuse, your final bite, and then you proceed to conclude.
I think the learned senior, we are not speaking in the same language. There may be confusion, and let me be clear. We are not talking about delegated legislation. I am saying that Section 14, and we can check, of the Judicial Service Commission Act allows the judiciary to delegate some of its functions. The functions of the JSC are donated to it by Article 172 and also by the JSC Act. And the same JSC Act at Section 14 allows the judiciary to delegate some of its functions. In compliance with that, the judiciary is coming up with the Kenya Judiciary Act to delegate the training function of judges to the Kenya Judiciary Academy. And I was humbly requesting the two, because they know that the law needs to be construed in harmony, to read Article 172 of the Constitution in harmony with Section 14 of the Judicial Service Commission Act, and they will find that the two are not in any way contradictory, and therefore there is no unconstitutionality. Having said that, because these arguments will come back and forth, I also agree with...
No, let Mutuse finish his bit. You will have a chance to speak to this, and I can see all of you are there. Mutuse, you may proceed to finish.
The issue of constitutionality is an issue that the committee delved with. And many of those who came before us in terms of public participation also had the opportunity to